So, in continuation of the last class in which we have seen about the kitchen interiors, so following this, I will explain in short like how you can do the interiors for the bedroom. So, imagine now this is the scenario where you have a bedroom of size 12 feet by 16 feet, and you have a door for accessing, and you have two windows which is like for the cross ventilation. Now this is the scenario. First, when you start with the interiors, always make sure you have a proper furniture layout. So that is the reason why we did the furniture layout in the first class. So now I'm just going to mark in the floor itself what are the furnitures that we need. So I'm going to mark here like 1 feet 6 inches depth of the wardrobe, and the length we can take it as the same. So if it is a foldable type of, if you want to have your wardrobe with cloths folding type, then 1 feet 6 inches is enough. If not, you have to make it as 1 feet 9 inches. And if it is sliding wardrobe, again you need 3 more inches projection. So out of which you will be having your tracks running. So I'm just going to make this 2 inches and 3 inches offset in which your shutters will be used for sliding. So again to I'm creating it as a component, and I'm going to copy this component and paste it here. So this is how your sliding door will come with some gap in front. So always make sure when you do the modeling, these kind of gaps will add value to your 3D model. It will make it more realistic. So after wardrobe, you will be having your loft space. So which is again 3 inches, and over which you will be having your loft doors. So I'm just going to create a single door. Usually the minimum width of the loft door, it will be 1 feet 6 inches. And since we are when it comes to the bedroom, we will be designing with the false ceiling, for which I am offsetting 1 feet of depth. So behind this you will be having another plywood which will be acting as a partition to hold these doors. So now simply copy and paste this, and again whatever the gap that I mentioned for kitchen, you have to make sure you leave the same here. So this will be your internal partition for the loft. Now I am copy pasting this. So to copy paste, select everything, then click move icon. Then with the help of control, paste it as another copy. Adding one more door here so that it will get complete. If the door is an unsize, we can edit it. So when it comes to the interiors, always make sure you do that in a phased manner. So when I say phased manner, first try to complete the design for the floor. For example, if you want to apply any material, something like marble or tile, whatever it may be, you first apply that. So once you import it, next important thing that we have in the floor is the skirting, which is the usual one. Only when you add this skirting detail, that will make your model in a realistic way. So in this case, you can use even use the follow me command. So once a single profile is done, you can
Make sure you don't continue in the doorways.
so only we will stick this skirting tile to the walls. If it is a wardrobe, we will avoid that. Since the wardrobe by default, we will provide a skirting gap there. So now this gives a complete picture of your floor area. So once this is done, next you can start detailing for the wall. Now this is the case where you want to place your cot. Maybe you rest your side.
Now conscious, I'm just designing a wall paneling. Usually, for the width of your cot, we will be providing the paneling design, and the height of the paneling that you can decide according to your creativity. So here I want the paneling projection to be around 6 inches, out of which I want to offset 2 feet. Okay, it's very large. So 1 feet, and again I'm going to make it depth here. So now I want to have a cove lighting here, which is like indirect lighting to fall on this surface. I'm copying this and I'm going to create a niche here, 3 inches, 3 inches, 3 inches. So this profile intentionally done to hold your strip lighting so that the backlighting can make your paneling appear very good. So since I have pulled this particular portion is for the false ceiling, I'm selecting this and bringing down to 1 feet. The same way, if you want to have a paneling for your TV, I'm just projecting a line here. Again, the width of the paneling to 6 feet, and the height I'm going to match the same. So whenever you draw lines, make sure the lines are in the proper axis. If not, all your lines it will be like cross angles. So here on the alternate way, you can even create this profile design. So now you can see a kind of depth being added here, which will help us to give the strip lighting. Here I am adding a small ledge along with a box kind of projection, where I will be providing a small groove here and a skirting here. So this will be your draw kind of design. And in the last class, what we have seen is to create a handle profile for this, just by simply adding this. This will become the handle. You can copy paste this. So next, what I would like to have is a side table, sorry, study table. And then your cot, which is of 1 feet 6 inches height from the floor level and a small depth to hold your cushion. And then this will be maybe we can make it as a kind of floating bed. Only this portion you will be having your base, and the other part it will be cantilever from this area. So step by step we have to address. First we can complete the floor. Next in the wall, whatever the details that you need, you have to complete. So here maybe if needed, you can even add a backrest, which will be usually 2 feet from this cot top level. So once this is done, after you have completed the elements in the wall, next will be your ceiling. So this is your basic profile for the ceiling, in which you can create the design. So I'm going to offset it 2 feet and then 7 feet. I'm going to project this down. So now I'm going to give the provision for cove light. So now my ceiling part is also done. So once the basic structure is done, next you have to complete the material part, which is like applying materials for all the designs that you have done. So just take now, this is the design for the paneling. Usually the size of the laminate, it will be 4 feet by 8 feet. Make sure you apply rightly in all the places where the laminate will be exactly applied. Next, I want to have the same laminates to all my cupboards. And in the sliding, I want to have the center area alone to be detailed. So when it comes to the sliding door, you will be having a concealed handle. So when it comes to sliding, you make sure you give the handles on the both the ends. So all the handles, I'm applying the metal material so that it will give that exact feel of that SS. So now the basic material application is done. The same way I have to complete this. So once all this is done, next you can shift your focus to the lighting part. So now I need to provide a profile light here. Next you have to apply some color to this. Which will be turned as a emissive property. Go to the material editor in ENSCAPE. Make sure this material is selected and then you have to give the option as self illuminated. And then you have to select the color. Once this is done, the material will get applied to that. And next is creating a LED light. This time I'm taking it as a square, making it as a separate component, offsetting it to exact give that light field. So whenever you do this detail, make sure you hide other ones so that this false ceiling detail can be done in a right way. So once one element is done, you can copy paste it to multiple times so that next is addressing this area where you will have your core light, which is like light will be here placed here. It will fall onto this surface and it will reflect to the ceiling, which is what we call it as the core lighting or the hidden light. Again, for this color you make it as a self emissive, and you can reduce this value. You can even go for a brighter color here. The same way we need that for the TV back panel. So once this is done, now go to this component, place the exact light. So spot, click at one point, drag it vertical, then another point. So then go to this IES profile. Make sure you have a downloaded version of IES and select any one light and then close this. Now you make sure you position this here exactly below this. So the basics are done. Next, if you want to have more detail with the components, you can always make it. So apart from this, even you have this default materials from ENSCAPE, in which if you go for the category of furnitures, you will be getting more number of furnitures. You can just drag and drop this. So usually when you drag and drop any Enscape object, it will be looking as if this a kind of a hidden one, but in the render it will exactly bring the same. Like what you have, what you can see here, it will come only in the render. So once you have completed your furniture set, like what are the design and detail that you want to know, then one thing pending is the wall painting. So after which you can start your render. So now you can see this hidden light which is falling onto the ceiling. The reason this entire ceiling is looking dark is because of the light intensity that we have here. When you adjust this light intensity, obviously that will reflect in your render. So now you can see the light falling here also. So this is the concept of that hidden light. The same we have applied here also. You can feel the difference. And apart from this, what we have is our normal LED ceiling lights. Out the shadow that is being casted here is from this LED light, and this will be a profile light. So as I said, the block which was looking as if a normal one, when it comes to the Enscape, it will look as if a rendered one. So that is the advantage that we have with the Enscape.
So hope this is clear.